Take a good look at that. Hello. Hi. Hello. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, and it's gloomy outside. It rained a little bit overnight. We're entering a phase where it will rain a little bit. Thus, the leaky window I have will probably leak. That's only that's only if it rains really hard. There's a window that just in the bottom of the window, water just collects. I have a sudden cough. Great. And yes, and yet California will still have a drought. Yes, that's because it's gonna rain, half an inch over the course of a month, but it will rain hard for a little bit. And yeah, they're never going to make it up at this point. There's never going to be a point of like, oh well, yeah, we're good. Turns out, a lot of people will have to move away, I think, for us to be like, yeah, California's got enough water. And hey, maybe that'll happen. What was I doing? I was putting Twitch chat in a browser window and then moving it over here so that I can see you over here with the other chat. Yes, all the billboards about water theft and food grows where the water flows. Congress invented the dustbin bowl and like all this other stuff. Yeah. Have I checked out Callisto yet? No. So I'm not gonna. I'm maybe gonna play it. Originally, the kind of obvious choice was like, oh, well, hey, maybe I'll play some Callisto Protocol, or maybe I'll play some Marvel Midnight Suns. And then I sat there for about 20 minutes thinking about that. It was just like, I don't want to fucking play either of those games right now. So we're not. I will check them out over the weekend and we'll talk about it on the podcast, and maybe I'll stream some of it next week or something. But like, between hearing the Callisto Protocol was pretty bad, especially on PC, which is where I've got it, and Midnight Suns being a Marvel game, there was just like, yeah, I'm potentially interested in seeing an XCOM-ish sort of thing out of Firaxis, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to play it today. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will check out some of that stuff down the line. Probably I'll certainly have checked it out by the time the podcast happens on Tuesday. But yep, woke up, rubbed the sleep out of my eyes, and looked at the options and was just like, this, nope. I just don't want to play either of those games right now. But you did point out that Elevator Action Returns port for from the Saturn port of Elevator Action released on Steam, and I am kind of curious about that thing. I'm going to install that real fast here. That might it's 416 megs, so by the time the stream bogs down, the game will be installed. If it does indeed bog down, it shouldn't, but I've had a couple of situations where it did. Okay, that's installed. It's a fast 416 megabytes right there. So maybe we'll take a look at that. But honestly, the thing that I am excited about in video games this week was yesterday we had a momentous release. I feel like this is something that I have been wondering, like, would we ever see this day, all of that sort of stuff, but the day is here, it seems, and we have a functional Atari Jaguar emulator. This is the BigPEmu. P for pussycat, apparently. From Rich Whitehouse. Now this is okay. I'll get into it here. This the UI on this thing is fascinating. That it has one. A lot of emulators don't. And be. It's, yeah, I know. So as you see here, this is a public release of an emulator. It's not open source, but, you know, Rich Whitehouse, who has worked on some games in the past. I want to say he worked on one of the Soldier of Fortune games. He also worked on the Jaguar emulation in Atari 50. And as you see here, special thanks to Digital Eclipse, especially Mike Micah and Stephen Frost. They helped fund the development of this emulator and helped make sure I'd be able to release it publicly. And so this is I guess part of this is the underlying technology of the Jaguar emulation found in Atari 50, and he's been able to release it. And that's awesome. He is on Patreon. He is has a very severe health situation as well, and he is on Patreon. So maybe head over to Rich Whitehouse's Patreon and give that a look, and you can get access to early builds and stuff like that as well. So yeah. So now suddenly we have a, yes, that's right. He also did he made the Sega VR stuff work, and apparently he intends to do something similar with the Jaguar VR stuff, which is similarly unreleased. If anyone has a Jaguar CD to send him so that he can finish that, he is interested in that as well. If you go to his website, I believe it's richwhitehouse.com. Yes. He's got some details there about that sort of stuff. So yeah, and so there's been a couple of attempts at Jaguar emulation over the years. There's it was called Virtual Jaguar, and the compatibility on that has always been rough. It has never been a great accurate emulator. It's always been a thing where you're like, oh man, if they kept working on this, that'd be great. But it's not there. There is a work in progress core for the Mister that right now these days requires you to have dual SD RAM, which I do have. And it's promising. And, you know, if anyone kind of sat down and really worked on it, I bet that'll get there eventually someday, I hope. And then there was another emulator out of Russia called Pegasus that just every time I installed it, I was worried that it had mad viruses attached to it, but also the UI was, I could never figure out how it went. Apparently the emulation in that was better, but I was never able to really see it for myself because I could never figure out how to get it running. The English translation was always really rough. And so there really hasn't been a good solution for emulating games for the Atari Jaguar until now. And that's awesome. We're going to start with Tempest because that's what you do. One of the things you'll probably notice right off the bat if you've been looking at Jaguar emulators lately is that Tempest 2000 would usually run fine, and you would see glitches as it ran longer, and you would especially see glitches as when I hit the button here and it does that little zoom in right there, that didn't run well at all. Whenever it would try to do that zoom in, Virtual Jaguar and I think even the Mister Core just chunks and drops speed right there real bad. And so here we don't see that. That's a very smooth zoom. This was the first thing I did, was load this up and see if it zoomed properly or not. And it did, and I was like, fucking awesome. Holy shit. Finally a Jag emulator that works. And yeah. So here we are. Did you go get coffee and miss the great Atari Jag boot up screen is the question. So this does not have, this doesn't require BIOS, so it does not have the boot up screen. It has a version of, the emulator itself has a boot up screen that is styled after that boot up, but it is not the same thing. So you don't get the little music, the little jingle, all that sort of stuff. All right. Oh, you can set the official BIOS in the settings? Okay, John. All right. Maybe I'll set that up. So here's my my Tempest 2000 tip to you for these first few levels here. And I don't know if it's the right way to play or not, but it's always how I've done it, is to kill the enemies very slowly one at a time because you're trying to get the maximum number of power-ups. per level, and they don't, you know, you don't get 2 power-ups spawning at the same time. So if you just kind of pick off the enemies one by one, you'll get maybe 1 or 2 extra power-ups. Okay, and that's really what we want, is that sick triangle. And once we've got that, who cares? The rest is just points. Oh man, did I miss that one? I thought it just spawned and I immediately collected it, but apparently not. Okay, now we need to jump a little bit here to take care of that guy. Oh, turns out I'm terrible at Tempest. Well, now we'll never get our warp. And obviously this game is in Atari 50, so, you know, you like the... You know, you can experience the magic of this running the way it's supposed to run there as well. Oh. It will play with a, so if we go back to our menu here, and go under input settings. So it will, so there was a rotary controller made for the Jaguar, but I don't think it was actually made as an official thing. I think it was like people started making rotary controllers, and it works with Tempest. I've never seen one in person, but I do have a rotary controller around here, and I wonder if I could set that up and have something that approximates that version of the experience, which would be pretty cool. Can I show Doom on the Jaguar? Of course. Of course we'll play Doom on the Jaguar. All right, we got our second triangle. This soundtrack, they issued it. It came out on CD, which is pretty sweet. You can find it. It's the internet. All right, we gotta zap those guys. Right around this level is where I start to just kind of lose my grip on the game. All right, we got our third triangle. Here we go. This is what we came to see. Yeah, this run's great. There's an achievement for doing this in Atari 50 that I have not gotten yet.
Yes. Yes.
To me, this game is the Atari Jaguar. Like, there's not really... I don't think there's much else that's kind of really worth looking at in terms of, like, what's an awesome game on this system. You know what I mean? Like, other versions of this game were released on, you know, PlayStation and Saturn with stuff like Tempest X3. But they never ran quite right compared to this version. Like, this is the definitive version of the game.
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right, let's take it up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Couple little audio glitches here and there. I can't get up there. Like, what happened? Wait. It wouldn't let me go up any further.
Super Zapper Recharge.
There's some audio buffer settings. I wonder if that's like an underrun sort of situation. Oh! Or maybe those glitches were present on the original version of the game. Who can say? There are things that I know about the way this game is supposed to run and things I will never know, so... Oh, okay.
Super Zapper Recharge.
So if you're not familiar with the original Tempest, oh man, it happens. It's a lot like this, but without the music or the stars in the background or anything cool. I don't know. The original Tempest is a good game, but I don't. I played a lot of it because when I went to the Boys and Girls Club every day for a summer or two, maybe it was just one. They had Tempest and they had Stargate, and that's pretty much all I did. And there were older kids who worked like, I don't know if they were volunteers or what the deal was, but they were, you know, there were people who worked at the Boys and Girls Club who were trying to facilitate group sports, and they had a you know, full-size basketball court and all this stuff, and they're trying to get kids together for a basketball game, and you know, I'm just trying to play like Stargate and be left alone. And this kid is like berating me, trying to get me to come play basketball and all this stuff. And he's like, you have to. I'm telling you, you have to do it. No, and I'm like, no, like, and this is like the perfect like example of like a dick kid thing to say, but like, fuck this guy also. It's like, no, my parents pay a membership fee for me to be here. Like, I don't have to. Like, I don't have to go play basketball with you, dude. Like, I'm gonna sit here and play Stargate. Fucking leave me alone.
Super Zapper Recharge.
Okay, we're getting some power-ups, we're missing others, it's fine. Oh, alright, got our warps again. So that was the big change for Tempest 2000 is you could jump off of the rim. which totally changed everything. You know, it's a power-up, so you don't always have it, but once you could jump off the rim, you know, letting enemies get to the edge was no longer as horrific of a threat as it seemed. Oh, we missed.
Super Zapper Recharge.
And so that's kind of like, you know, like people talk about Space Giraffe and all that sort of stuff as just kind of being one of these, and like it's not. Like it's kind of the interesting thing about Space Giraffe is that it is kind of built as the antithesis of Tempest in some ways, where you have the ability to just like go through enemies when they get to that outer rim, and there's a meter that governs whether you can or can't. It's kind of a lot to keep track of. Space Giraffe is an intense, weird thing, where like you let them get to the edge and then you move around as fast as you can and kill them all that way by touching them, which is not a Tempest thing. If you play Space Giraffe like it's just like it's Tempest, it does not go super well for you. I'm just gonna start jumping and hoping for the best here.
Excellent.
I think Space Giraffe is on Steam.
Super Zapper Recharge.
And of course, you know, like Jeff Minter would go on to do, you know, multiple additional Tempests and or you know, like, or this format would be ported by other people, but also Jeff Minter would take a crack at it again a couple of times. Like, what is it? Tempest 3000 is on the Nuon, which I've never seen. That's, you know, hey, you know, if we can get a high quality Nuon emulator next. That would be pretty sweet. I would love, because I'm thinking like now that like if you know, and this is just the 1.0 version, and hopefully it'll be some more updates to come and all that sort of stuff, and you know, it'd be great to see, like I said, Jaguar CD emulation and some of that other stuff. You know, the other, like, what are the other like holy grails of emulation? It's like, you know, CDI emulation is not great. They don't have the DVC, the MPEG card add-on has not been emulated anywhere. And I would love to see the Nuon, because I've never seen a Nuon. This is like once every 18 months I look at Nuon DVD players on eBay and go, And one of these days I'm gonna crack. One of these days I'm gonna like finally justify it to myself. I should do it sooner rather than later, because I feel like the price of everything is just going up these days. But the price of meat going through the goddamn roof.
Super Zapper Recharge.
There is a Nuon emulator, but I don't think it's been updated in like over a decade, and I'm not sure exactly how, like what the quality of it is. All right, we've got to solve that problem that way. We've got to make sure we get jump, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Nuon controller looks like a real piece of garbage. All right, man. This is I don't want to brag or nothing. This is probably the best I've ever done. You know, we haven't even gotten to where the music changes.
Super Zapper Recharge.
So maybe this is not the best I've ever done in one run of Tempest 2000. But I feel like don't you get to a certain level, and because there are more songs on this soundtrack than this one, despite what you might think. So I don't. There doesn't need to be more than this track, honestly. Ah! Oh my God. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Get it together, man. Okay. All right. Everything's fine. Oh, hey. We got our warps again. Back to the land of bacon. Or not. Ah! Very... Okay, all right. This movement is not... There's a little bit of lag and a little bit of over... Like, there's a lot of inertia on the movement on this to make this actually a challenge. Ah! Get... Oh.
Super Zapper Recharge.
Now it's serious. Oh, man. I've got to zap that thing. I don't have jump, so I can't. There we go. I had to kill it the old-fashioned way, the old super zapper. But yeah, I don't know. You know, later versions, obviously, like, what is it? T4K, the game that eventually became Tempest 4000 on Switch, through Atari suing Jeff Minter over calling a game T4K that is clearly a follow-up to Tempest without being Tempest, and like that, a shitty situation, a very shitty situation. On the other hand, it's nice that like other versions of that game came out, because T4K was just kind of trapped on the Vita. I mean, maybe it would have come elsewhere if not for Atari's lawsuit, right? But or TXK. That's right, TXK. Oh, right. That thing comes off and gets you. I was trying to get out of the way of it that time. This game reminds you of Gyrus. Yeah, I mean, Tempest and Gyrus were not that far off in terms of time, I'm sure. Like, in terms of years, months, whatever it was. You know, Gyrus didn't use a roller controller the way that, or a paddle controller, rather, the way that Tempest did. Oh, man. Gotta look at the screen. You must look at the screen to keep your eyes on the action if you want to succeed, I find. Oh my God. Thanks everybody for all the subs. Hey, thanks to Grandpa Anus for resubscribing. Thank you, Grandpa Anus. And of course, Fame Douglas for hooking people up with a bunch of subs from the safety of his yacht. If you like daddy ass, might I interest you in the subtle comforts of Grandpa Anus? What are we? What? That power up. Watch out for the off-brand Uncle Taint. Yeah, if Uncle Taint comes to town, lock your doors. Oh, look at this. Look at how small, how few lanes there are in this level. That's... I think a lot of Jeff Minter's games are very much hectic in a sort of way that the sound effects matter. Like hearing the sound effect of a power-up spawning becomes much more key than being able to see it, because there's so much action happening down there in the tubes.
One up.
Oh, it reversed back the other way there. You button hooked me.
Super Zapper Recharge.
All right, I can say with some certainty now that this is the best I have ever done at Tempest 2000. Because the action, you know, when I was a kid, and by a kid I guess I mean, you know, my late teens, my mid to late teens, when this stuff was coming out, I'd reach a point where the action would just get to a point where it was so hectic that I would just start moving the controller back and forth and jumping over and over again and hoping for the best, and not actually like seeing the action. And I don't know what it is. I feel like I am seeing the action now. I think in a lot of ways, I am much better at video games now than I was 30 years ago. Which is weird sometimes to think about, because, you know, we think so much about reaction times and, you know, reflexes and how, you know, you hear about all these esports guys cashing out at fucking 26 because they just don't have the capacity for high-level fucking league or whatever anymore. Oh god. Did the Jaguar have a good sound chip? This is all sample based, so this is all just like, this is like Amiga tracker music, really. It's, you know, samples are stored on the cartridge and played back. You know, that's why, like, the sound is really good, but if you really listen to it, it's you know, you hear the lower fidelity of it, like the sample quality. Like, what is this? It's going to be like 22 kilohertz or something like that. Probably, you know, the samples themselves are mono, but since they're being played back and triggered, they're probably being triggered in real time. That's how you get the stereo effects. You can trigger them and pan them wherever you want. But I imagine that the music is just being played like these are just practically, you know, S3M's fucking screen tracker files, or, you know, something to that effect, like mods being played back by the system. Like, that seems like something. That seems like the way a Jeff Minter would do this. Is to, you know, do it the way that people do it out in the demo scene.
Super Zapper Recharge.
But I think maybe that's the trade-off, like, because, like I said, I think I'm better at games now than I was then, by and large. But the trade-off is that I don't there's my patience for bullshit is a lot lower in all things, not just games. But which is to say, I love bullshit, but I love a very specific brand of bullshit. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Oh man, that was not a power-up at all. And so what that is, you know, like when I was younger, I think I would put time into any video game I can get my hands on. And now that is very much not the case. Ugh. And I think part of that is, you know, like the environment is so different now. Like obviously when just about every game costs $50 or $60, even the bad games you're still going to put 40 hours into because, well, you bought it and now you're stuck with it. So here we go. Oh man, I don't have jump and this guy's coming to get me. Oh, that's bad for me. That's bad for me. I made a mistake there. Of the mistakes I have made, that was one of them. You know, you didn't have as much choice then. You didn't have... It was a lot harder to just turn on your computer and go like, what 70 new games came out today? Man, I'm hitting a wall big time. I need to shoot that thing and then get out of the way of it, and I'm having trouble doing both. It is getting me every single time. Oh. Oh. Okay. Fucking A. All right. There we go. Last chance. Nope. I got smoked. Tempest 2000 had had enough of me. Do I think it's because I'm thinking and analyzing what's going on now more than what I actually used to? Yeah. Yeah, I think there's definitely like I think you spend enough time looking at video games, you kind of know what to pick out of them, right? You reach a point where you've kind of seen a lot of it before in one way or the other. And as such, you're able to adapt a little bit more quickly. I think that's probably part of it. But there's also like there are ways I play games that are not conducive to what is traditionally thought of as doing well at them. Like I don't, for the most part, there are some games where this has gotten me, but like I don't care about score. Like right here, I got like what 400,000 points or whatever. Like okay, like I care about how far I get into a game. I care about how long I last. I don't know if that's like. You know, I you know, maybe as an only child, I never really had a lot of competition, so there was never really like, oh, I beat you at this. Like that wasn't really a thing. It was more like like, what level did I get to? How much of the game did I see? Like that sort of stuff. Those were always the driving factors for me. You know, until fighting games came along, and that's the whole thing there obviously is competitive, but all right, so that's Tempest 2000. What are our display options? You want fat vectors? Yeah, make it shimmy. We love fat vectors. Get these skinny vectors out of here. And then this is where... Okay. It's like this game even has a two-player mode, which is kind of crazy. Where you are sort of shooting at each other. Here in the practice mode, it's a little less interesting because, you know, your own shots are just bouncing back at you. But, you know, there would be another player firing, and you have to dodge their bullets while playing. It's a neat idea, but I don't know that I've ever actually played it against a person. Make this triangle as big as it can be. Anyway, that's Tempest 2000. It's a hell of a game. It's the reason why I still feel good about owning a Jaguar, and honestly, the quality of this emulator so far is such that I'm like, maybe I don't need to own a Jaguar anymore. That would be nice. In a get this garage looking clean enough to set up an office in sort of mode. But hey, if there's no Jaguar CD support, I don't even own a Jaguar CD, but theoretically I should get one someday. But those got super expensive, and that's yeah, that's a problem. What's the name of the emulator? It's called BigPEmu. The P is for Pussycat. You can get it at richwhitehouse.com. /Jaguar, I think is where the, you know, if you. All right, the other Jaguar game of the two Jaguar games is Alien versus Predator. This one is, you know, I believe this uses the keypad a little bit, and I've never. That is the other problem with playing Jaguar games on not a Jaguar controller, is that it had a bunch of buttons at the bottom, like a full-on number pad and stuff, and different games use those differently, but also it was sometimes the way that the keys were aligned was meaningful to directions and some of that other stuff. And so not having that on an Xbox controller, it's a little bit harder to go back to some of these games. I don't know how AVP used it. Let's be Colonial Marine first here. Lance J. Lewis.
What on earth got a hold of this guy?
What on earth got a hold of this guy? Let's hit the option buttons here just while I'm here. Okay, so 8 is our mini map. 7 and 9 are strafe, which is not great for me right here, right now. But we'll just play without strafe. Oh wait, is there a? Okay, so if I hold down the C button, I can strafe as well. So we have that. And what else? That seems to be it so far. What on earth got a hold of this guy? Oh, Lance J. Lewis, you will find out. So here's my take on this game. Not to just give it when we just are getting started here, but I think this game is terrible. I think this game has always been terrible. Like, you can look at it as something that you're like, well, it's impressive in this context of the Jaguar. And I'm like, yes. But in the context of 1994/5, this game is fucking terrible. All right, now we've got puddles of acid here on the ground that we have to contend with for the rest of the game. And maybe part of this is like I didn't get the manual. I never, I did not pay for Jaguar games. And as such, I was not invested in them at all, which maybe played a role. Let's bring up that mini map. Yeah, this is just going to be another cell here. No need. And then, yes, presumably this is another cell here, and yeah. But yeah, I just, this game always seemed completely awful to me. I bet it's the sort of thing that if you weren't playing games on a PC, if you had never seen a PC at this point, then I'm sure this was a little more impressive, but, nah. Let's turn off the map for a sec here. And I guess I have to shoot these, huh? No? Is that not a thing I can interact with? Is that not... I figured items would be coming out of these crates, but maybe I'm just crazy. And also, I guess the other thing is, like, I have, like, very low affinity for...
Computer engaged.
What? Okay, there's a computer. I have very little interest in...
Computer disengaged.
God damn it.
Computer engaged.
In the Alien/Aliens franchise. And so... I just never really cared about them. This map makes no sense. All right, we're probably in the brig, right? I liked Predator just fine. Predator's a heck of a movie. Yes, this is... Okay, we got more pages here. But I did not see Alien at a young age. I did not see that. It was not a formative thing. Like, I saw those movies years later and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And it's one of those situations where I think because that stuff was so influential that by the time you went back and saw the original thing, you had seen so many different knockoffs of it that you were just like, okay, yeah.
Computer
Okay, I see what you mean. But it just, yeah, it just never held any sway at all with me. So,
computer engaged.
in fact, I might go on a limb here and say this is the first thing I saw that had aliens in it. This game, maybe. Ugh. Well, it probably depends on when did the Alien 3 game come out? Or like Genesis or whatever. Because if that came out before this, then maybe that was... I'm burning. But even then, I think I saw these movies once years ago, and haven't really gone back to them since. And all that sort of stuff. Whereas like Predator, I could watch. You want to fucking watch Predator? I'll watch Predator with you right now. Not right now, but you know what I mean. I'll watch me some Predator. I got no problems with Predator. That's a heck of a film. It's no Commando, but what are you gonna do? And Predator 2 is its own weird thing. I don't know. I was never like a big... Maybe I would like it more if I saw it now. Because, again, I haven't seen it in so long. But what is... Are we... Ah, aliens. Well, I guess now we get to walk through this acid, huh? All right, let's try going this way. Hello, sir. All right, we've taken quite a bit of damage. Okay, we needed that med kit. So I guess like the other thing is I really don't have any idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I imagine you just explore and eventually find your way out or through or whatever. I don't know. But I never really played deeply into any one of the 3 campaigns in this. I would just fire it up and be like, yeah, okay. Yep, I'd mess with all 3 of them a little bit and go like, yeah, none of these control well, or this game doesn't move well. I'm not having any fun doing this. And then I would put it away. What is this? What? Oh God. Air duct 48. Block is hot. Is there a guy behind me? Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know, it seems like going in the ventilation ducts, like it seems like the, you know, since one of the more iconic things you see in aliens related interactive media is aliens popping out of ventilation ducts. Game over. All right, great. Fun. Seems like going in the ventilation ducts is maybe a bad idea. And then a high score list. What a weird thing. No matter who wins, we lose. There's some audio glitches here. So it does have, yeah, the emulator has some settings for audio buffer stuff, and I wonder, let's try Predator. I remember Predator being the most complicated All right, claim the skull of the alien queen. Attack when visible to gain honor and points. Lose points by killing without honor. Points gain access to superior weapons. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, so not that different. But we can do this. And make it even harder to look at. Yeah, maybe I'm over there. This is just hard to look at. Everything about this HUD, everything about these wall textures, everything about everything. Like, if this came out today, it would be heralded as like, oh man, this Cruelty Squad inspired Predator game is really something else. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I would hate to decompress everything. Aw. What is happening? What is happening here? Why is this man not dying? We need honor, so we have to kill uncloaked, but I'm probably playing this all the way wrong. What is... See, we lost 5,000 points for killing without honor. Yeah, fuck this. Let's try the alien. Cocoon enemy with claw, tail, claw. Whoa, what? There's already a guy here. All right, claw. Oh, well. Oh, okay. What? Oh, there's just a lot of guys here. Just that, well, great. Nice that one of them is action-packed, I guess. We're never going to beat Purple's score at this point. Claw, tail, claw. That guy's too busy being dead to... But I guess that's not my mouth. That's not a tail. So maybe do I need to... Fuck this. Yeah, is the C button tail? Because I thought the C button is usually strafe with the other guys, so maybe with Alien, each button is an attack. Let's try. Maybe that'll be Maybe that'll be fun. Oh, even aliens have to close the airlock. All right, well, we got away from those 20 dudes on the ship at least. Okay, so claw, tail, claw. Claw, tail, claw. Claw, fuck you. Sir, come here. Claw, tail, claw. Cocoon the enemy. Okay. Okay. All right, well, we did that. Can I cocoon this box? Oh, God. Oh, God. What fun. Okay. Okay, Alien versus Predator. Okay, yeah, boot ROM image. All right, let's see if we can... we want to go up. I believe we want F drive, Mr. Jaguar, boot ROM. A little bit of run ahead. Okay. I always run OP. Yeah, it has HDR support. Yeah, it's I imagine some of that is, just the nature of like making that part of this was made for, a PlayStation 5 and then that sort of stuff that it like kind of has to think about HDR in ways that no other emulator does. Let's see what else. Club Drive. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This I am looking for significantly less. Up. But I do love ska, so what can you do? Okay. So we have a handful of different modes here. We'll go to one player collect. We'll start at Jerome's pad. We'll collect the power balls. So this is like if Level Lord made a driving game. Why are we not getting noise? I don't know why we're not getting noise. We're going to restart it. There we go. All right, first power balls up here on this ramp.
All right. All right.
So I happen to be of the opinion here, that Club Drive is awful. I had this game on a EEPROM board, like a dev, like a prototype cart, and I think it ended up being. I don't think there's anything interesting about it. I think the beta version that's on there is already dumped and out there, if I remember correctly. God, I left those games with Frank Cifaldi like years ago and just remembered that I totally fucking forgot to get them back from him. Like that and a Tempest, but I think they were both like not interesting. They were both like, hey, these builds of these games are already dumped and out there. There's nothing about them that was like fun or interesting. Game over. We won. Rank Maniac. And so, like, a lot of games nowadays have things like progression in them and like, hey, it's going to lead you through the game in a certain way. This is just like, hey, we got these modes. You want to race, go in and set. You want to do tag. Let's do a race. Oh, I want it. Okay. Let's do San Francisco. Like in the context of like, you know, this is 1994, and so stuff like hard driving. You know, I think there's something kind of cool looking at it now in terms of just like the relative frame rate compared to, you know, a lot of what had come before or something. Like, you know, there's kind of something to this, but it's just not fun to play. Here it is, San Francisco. Rolling down 19th. Bridge. This is not the way we're supposed to be going. Like it's the sort of situation where even the final version of the game feels profoundly unfinished. And for me, that was the case even then. It wasn't like looking at it now in retrospect. It was just like, yeah, this isn't, you're not. Fuck it. Oh, it rewound us back onto the road. I don't know where to go. Okay, so it says I can... Oh, there's a tunnel here. That's what we have to do. Uh-oh. You know, it's got some hot tunes, though, at least. Oh, God. I'll just rewind myself. Fine. Oh, no. What is happening? Fuck, man. What is even happening? Was this the first driving game with rewind? It may have been. I don't know that I remembered that it even had a rewind until you know, we're playing it just now. The Jaguar, I guess, you know, like contextually, you know, we've talked about this a little bit on Game Boys to Men, the hottest podcast in the universe. It's a Patreon exclusive. You can head over to patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann to get access to that. The most recent episode, we're talking all about Mortal Kombat and kind of our experience at trade shows with the early days of Mortal Kombat. All right. I mean, I hit the, oh, I'm back at the start. It wants me to do laps. That's right. No, thank you. I'm good. Boy, Club Drive, huh? Okay, we're gonna not play any more Club Drive. Let's play some Doom. Some folks wanted to see Doom on a Jaguar. I remember this being okay for what it was. I guess, like, my thing is, like, at no point did the Jaguar seem like it was going to be a factor. All right, so you can see they reduced some complexity here, like those pillars aren't there anymore. The music is missing. But you know, if you take this in context against like the 32X version of Doom, which was really kind of the only other version that was out around this same time on consoles, like this runs really quickly. Not super easy to line up this shot. There we go. But yeah, the lack of music. Unfortunate. And isn't this supposed to be dark up here? Can they not do lighting the right way in this version, perhaps? Little bit of music here. But yeah, seeing the Jaguar at trade shows and stuff like that, like at no point were you like, oh yeah, here we go. Another player has entered. Like it just never... I never for a minute thought that the Jaguar was going to reach any kind of like mainstream success the way that, you know, the stuff like the SNES and the Genesis had. Like it never felt like a factor. It never felt like something that had a chance in the market. And I think that's because a lot of the games suck. I don't necessarily think that's you know, normally, or not normally, but, you know, there are a lot of cases where you can look at something and go like, oh, well, hey, they didn't have, they didn't market it right. They didn't do this. They didn't do the deal to get this key game on the platform. Or, you know, like there's little things outside of, you know, that you can look at, but like just everything from the get-go, the games, the hardware, the controllers, like just top to bottom, everything about it. You're just like, no, this isn't, no one's going to care about this. No one. Except for extreme lunatics. And so I sort of cared about it. And, you know, I had one hooked up for a while and... All right, so we're getting some lighting effects here. So what do the keypad keys do? Okay, so we have our 1 through, yeah, we've got our 1 through 7 are probably just going to be weapons, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then what is 8 give us? Yeah, there's that. 9 gives us that. 0 doesn't seem to do anything. Oops, right, I forgot. If you hit both asterisk and pound, it's in like an in-game reset. And I've done that, so that's it for Doom. Whatever, you know what Doom looks like. I love this like pre-recorded demo, how fucking popping off it is. Do you think whoever recorded this did this in one go, real time, like got this good at Doom on a Jag controller? It's like watching fucking Warzone clips. Where they speed it up to make the people playing look that much better. It's weird. This is like a weird speed for Doom. Anyway, it's Doom. You can play Doom on a Jaguar. You know, there are a couple fighting games, a handful of fighting games. Want to see some Cybermorph? Okay. All right. I was going to go through some of these fighting games here. Because I never saw these outside of trade shows. I never had access to any of these at home. And so I never really spent any time with Kasumi Ninja or this thing. This game was very late in the Jaguars' life. They thought this was going to be their Virtua Fighter. They really had this positioned as like they had multiple events to try to convince people that Silvio's textures were going to bring them to the promised land. But yeah, they viewed this as like this was going to be the thing that set everything right with the Jaguar. It didn't. Okay, let's try beginner mode. I guess rolling camera, I don't know. I don't know if that's something that was mandated by Atari, but instead of saying, like when they talk about you playing against AI, there are a few games where it says Jaguar as who you are playing against. You want to play as Pog, Ian, Jenny, Loon, Kimura, Kara, Mr. G, or Muhali. Oh, it's jumps. This... Oh no, Pog has taken damage. This takes forever, dude. What? Something about this game is making me feel queasy. I don't know. Not really emotion. I don't really get motion sick easily, but something about the way this camera rolls when you change position or something. You gain moves as you play the single player.
Thank you.
Oh. I was gonna see if I could like ring him out or something, but no, it looks like it just sticks him against the wall. It doesn't necessarily. This movement is so sluggish. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, look at that.
I am the greatest.
It's like Dead or Alive, but also it just kills you. Anything. This game was designed by a Virtua Fighter creator. Yeah, is it? We have to look in the credits, but I seem to remember that being like one of those things that was like, yes, that's technically true. Someone who did graphics work on this, worked on this or on Virtua Fighter 1, worked on this entire game. It was like a situation where it's like, yeah, yes, this person worked on Virtua Fighter. Were they responsible for combat design? Or, like it was just like one of those weird things that. Where like the credit was a little dubious, or the way they said, like the way they tried to market it or the way they tried to position it is like, we have people who worked on Virtual Fighter working on this. Like, yeah, but not.
Thank you.
Oh, combo, man, lighten them up. Suck it, Mr. G. I want a back fist. And I guess a forearm smash. This is where the game VVVVVV got its name and why furries love it so much. Moving on. This has got a ripping guitar now. I mean, I don't know how to do those moves. That would have been a cool thing to put on the screen, but we liked mystery in our fighting games back then. It just doesn't feel good. I mean, it's the movement, really. Like I want to like, if this game had a double tap dash, I think that would probably solve some of my problems with it, but just your ability to get in there, to get in that ass, feels a little limited. Chong, chong, chong. And like there's a bit of a forward, like, you know, you can see I can kind of close the gap a little bit with a forward dash, but it's not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, in this game.
Sit down.
Oh no. Was that a forearm smash? Was that a No, that's just my little uppercut thing that I've been doing. Maybe did the special moves get mapped to the fucking the buttons or anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, are there side steps mapped to those? Oh, we're getting beat up pretty good here. Yeah, there's some of the side step stuff is mapped here. It's like Siphon Filter all over again. That's weird that like the punches and kicks are different. Oh, there are different punches and kicks mapped to the 7 and 8 keys. And 9 even. We are missing out on so much action by not having an actual Jaguar controller. Okay, I can turn the music on and off. That's fun. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to get a USB to Jaguar controller adapter if I really want to play these games the way they were meant to be played. I mean, or I could get a Jaguar flash card and play them on my Jaguar, but what fun is that? I'm just going to keep pushing the 9 key on my keyboard until this guy dies. Oh, he figured out my ruse. Movement again. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling like lightly ill playing this game. The true fight for life experience. We'll take the Mawashigiri. A flying kick. All right, everyone, write down our password here. Okay, so 4 and 6 do side steps, but 1, 2, and 3 don't do anything. And then 7, 8, and 9 do moves. I hate this so much. Oh my God, it feels so terrible. All right, let's move on. Let's try Cybermorph, and then we'll get into some of these other fighting games here. I guess, I don't know, Rev B, why not? Better or worse than Sonic the Fighters? Way worse than Sonic the Fighters. Sonic the Fighters is a hell of a fighting game. let's go to Autobahn. I think this, I mean, right off the bat, this was a game I remember playing going like, damn, nope.
Good luck.
The Jaguar ain't gonna get it done.
Good work. Where did you learn to fly?
Look, lady. If I was playing this on Atari 50, I think we would have just gotten an achievement for that.
Good work. Ouch. Good work.
You know, a lot of this 3D runs like pretty well, you know, honestly, like frame rate wise, when you think about the SNES and you think about that sort of stuff. So I could see why, if you were Atari looking at your position in the marketplace, I could see why you might go like, hey man, we've got the next Star Fox right here.
Good work.
But like, just from a gameplay perspective, this ain't that.
Good work.
Good work.
Ouch. Good work. Good work. Portal now open.
Ooh, portal now open. Yep, that's right. I now have good control of the T-Griffin. Good work. Did we lock up here? Hmm. We may have locked up here. Well, this is the first public release, so... what else? Trevor McFurr was the other kind of like launch-ish. Like that and Cybermorph, I think, were kind of the two games.
Kasumi Ninja.
Great voice work in this game. Get ready for more of it. Ninja God. Let's just play on easy. Let's see. Can we get a... Yeah, we want a gore fest.
Select your fighter. Sensor. Habaki.
Are those our only options? Or we have to... I gotta go into... Is there different rooms to go? Man, this... Having a first-person character select is a real fucking choice. There's just fire over there. Maybe I don't have to... Maybe you have to unlock the other characters. Or maybe you can only play as these two characters for story mode. I don't know.
Senzo.
Let's go with Senzo.
Senzo. Select your opponent. Tundra. Angus.
Angus.
Pakawa. Danger.
By day, Danja is an assistant DA. By night, she's a vigilante, fighting in a different court. Style, street fighting.
Danger. Entering the combat zone.
Jaguar. Again, like, yeah,
Round
player one. I should probably look at a move list for this and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do here.
Danger wins. Round 2.
I'm digging this music, though. I'm digging her scorpion teleport. Oh, this feels so stiff and fucking terrible. Like, let's see if the keypad buttons do anything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 turns off the music. So it's like down, forward. You do down, forward, and punch to do the uppercut, whereas just down will give you sort of a... Looks like, it seems like the C button doesn't do anything.
Show no mercy.
Oh,
Danger wins.
man, she could have done a fatality to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here I am typing Kasumi Ninja move list into the internet. Okay, so C is for all your specials. When games have a dedicated special button, and that's like it's always weird. You know, like Street Fighter 6. Okay, so we've got jump punches, flying punch, crouch punch. That's all kind of up, down, down, forward, all that sort of stuff. Senzo, C and a half circle forward for ninja fireball, C and up for ninja teleport, C and back forward for whirlwind kick, and C up down for death move. Raining blood. Just like the song says.
Select your fighter, Senzo. Select your opponent. Tundra. Entering the combat zone. Round 1.
Death move. All right, so that's just like hold down C and enter and then do the controller motion like it's friggin' hey, Primal Rage. I mean, I guess that makes some sick sense. Oh, but getting those moves to come out sucks. Ugh. This is on easy, by the way. I should point out I'm playing on easy. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Tundra wins. Round 2. Senzo wins. Round 3.
If I can just land a fireball, it'll knock her across the screen, and then I can just keep doing it.
Show no mercy.
Oh, man.
Sensor.
I assume I
win.
have to get up close. Because when I tried to do it from all the way across the screen, the death move did not come out.
Select your fighter.
Da 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 da.
Thunderer. Select your opponent.
Oh, wait. Am I Thunderer now? Oh, I didn't want to... There's just a skeleton hanging out now.
Angus.
So by beating Thundera, now I can be Thundera? Is that how this works? Guess so. Jungle Lunge.
Round 1.
It's a great song. Fucking these bagpipes. Are you kidding me?
Angus wins.
C and forward, forward, forward for grab
Round
punch.
two.
I have not gotten that to do anything. Is he shooting his fireballs from under his kilt? Because that's, yeah, okay. Like, you cannot buffer any of these inputs. Like, if I'm in the air and I start to hold C and do the thing, like, it doesn't come out. This is fucking terrible. Like, the...
Show no mercy. Angus wins. 5, 4, 3. Select your fighter. Sensor. Select your opponent. Alaric.
King of Goths. There he is. The King of the Goths.
Alaric.
King of Goths.
Entering the combat zone.
King of Goths. King of the
Round
Goths.
1.
You cannot, like, I can't start the input for these special moves. Oh, this is great. All of these moves look good. All of this game feels good.
Alaric wins.
Mother. Okay, can I block? What the fuck are we doing here? Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Sensor wins. Round
Dun,
3.
dun, 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 dun.
Show no mercy. Select your fighter.
That's still Senzo, right? I can't tell. Sure.
Senzo. Select your opponent.
Oh, I guess those are the skeletons of the characters I've defeated, huh?
Angus.
Angus McGregor. Angus discovered at an early age that he loved to brawl.
Angus. Entering the combat zone. Round 1.
Oh, okay.
Senzo wins. Round 2.
This guy needs to see a fucking doctor because of fucking penicillin or something. Something ain't right, Angus.
Show no mercy.
Fuck off,
Senzo
Angus.
wins. Select your fighter. Senzo, select your opponent. Jackie,
Shaggy Nelson, 5 times world kickboxing champion, has never lost a professional bout.
Danger,
All right, yeah.
Pakawa,
Pakawa. Proud of the number of scalps he's collected. All right.
entering the combat zone.
Yeah, not Jackie at all. Shaggy. Totally different.
Round 1.
Look at that fucking horse. Do the math. Look at this horse.
Senzo wins. Round 2. Show no mercy.
Goodbye, Pakawa.
Senzo wins.
Can I come up with a Jaguar exclusive game that didn't suck besides Zool? Zool is not a Jaguar exclusive. Zool is an Amiga game. Zool came out on what? There's a SNES version of Zool, even, isn't there? Yeah, Zool was all over the place.
Senzo. Select.
But yeah,
your
it's
opponent.
Tempest 2000, which technically there's a DOS version of Tempest 2000, but at least you can say that the Jag version of Tempest 2000 is the best version of it.
Jackie. Entering the combat zone.
Bum 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 bum.
Round 1.
I'm glad this game is easy on easy once you figure out what you need to do. But the way the inputs, the way the inputs for the specials work is really rotten. Like with one tweak to that, like this game would probably feel so much more playable. Not that it would make it good, but
Show no mercy.
goodbye, Shaggy.
Senzo wins. Select your fighter.
Bum 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 bum. I mean, I want to see, you know, maybe hopefully it won't lock us out of an ending or something by playing on easy, but
Danger.
at this point,
Entering the
I want to see.
Round 1.
Oh, tricky. Really bad at timing that fireball. But that uppercut.
Sensor wins. Round 2.
Oh.
Show no mercy.
This sounds like a bootleg Streets of Rage track. It sounds like someone sat down and oh, all opponents defeated. The gods have awarded you the key to the Dragon Cloud Temple. Gyaku awaits your challenge. Great.
Select your fighter. Sensor.
We'll dance with who brung us, I guess. Find Gyaku. Is it through this? Press fire to open the gate to the Dragon Cloud Temple. There are so many examples of the phrase press fire in all of these games, even though the game has 3 buttons that are labeled. Oh, yeah. I figured it would do something like this. This was an era when games did this. Gyaku scoffs at your pathetic challenge. Try a higher difficulty level to confront the evil lord. Look at this fire. Look at this fire.
Kasumi Ninja.
Okay. Trevor McFurr, I think, was kind of the other early Jag game. Like, this was the Cybermorph was the pack-in, right? And then this was sold right around the same time. I think that's how that went. Chef in the chat saying Trevor McFurr is not a great game. To which I say, yeah. It's like a public domain shooter for the Amiga. Yes, that is, yes, you have cut to the core of this experience. But look at this. But also look at this. Also look at this image. You know? This is general patent. General patent. Do the math. Do you see action like this on your pathetic Super Nintendo, your PlayStation, the 32-bit machine like the PlayStation? Do the math. 64 bits. So imagine a world where like the first Jaguar game you see is like this. You're like, oh, that's cool. I gotta go. Oh. Like, this game seems... Remember, what is it? Aegis Wing? Is that the name of that game? It was the free Xbox Live Arcade game that they were like, students made this game. And you played it and you're like, yeah, this is all right. For a student-made game, this is pretty badass. All right, we picked up a cat. Oh, okay. That gives us a friendly ship that comes along and... Like, this is just a terrible fucking video game. Yeah, yes. Jagvert, yeah, like an Action 52 game. Like, yes, totally. Hit reactions are for jerks. We don't need any of that. Over here. Oh, damn it. Okay, at least we can continue right here. But yeah, it's you know, the Jaguar is a really fascinating system because, like I said, it's just, here's Trevor McFurr. Cutter, it's Trevor. Don't get caught in my dust as I take on this desert moon. This is going to be like taking kibbles from a kitten. McFurr over and out. Look at this hot background. Man, these AI-generated video games are coming along. Huh? Yeah, do the math. Yes, do the math on this background. Do the math. Here's my math. I'm going to say about 300K, 240K devoted to whatever this background is. Storing it on the cart. Maybe that's generous. It's probably like 80K or something. We'll figure out where it loops and then try to figure out exactly how big the image is. Ah, scorpions. Now, okay, now we're shooting. This is what we were missing. The true experience. Oh, we got blown up by steam. I don't want... All right. We're good on Trevor McFurr. Ultra Vortec. Another, well... I remember we spent time talking to one of the guys who was working on this game. I remember Ryan McDonald was friendly with a guy who was working on Ultra Vortec. Punch, kick, jab. Oh, these credits are so slow. All right, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it felt like between, you know, like a Kasumi Ninja was kind of the early attempt, and then Ultra Vortec and Fight for Life were the later ones, where it always sort of felt like Atari was chasing after, like, specifically Mortal Kombat. Like, they were not trying to have a Street Fighter-esque fighting game. They were specifically like, well, what if we digitize this? And then, you know, Fight for Life obviously went after Virtua Fighter. But, gosh. There is a way to shoot a buzzsaw, but gosh, I don't... Yeah, okay, the AI remembers how to do it. Yeah, what is hit stun? What is that? Why do we need that? We don't. Ultra Vortec, it proves it. We did not need it. Is this music playing correctly? That's a great question. This is another game that did not run well on a lot of other emulators prior to this one, so I can't really say with certainty how accurate or inaccurate some of these games are, because I have not seen this game. I don't think I've ever saw the final version of this game running on real hardware. I remember seeing it at trade shows, and it felt like they had it at a few of them, you know, that it was Annihilation time. It's Annihilation time. All right, let's... what is the Ultra Vortec moves list? This emulator would really... I would have... It would be awesome if this had retro achievements support, because I know there are some Jaguar games that that do already have retro achievements. Forward, 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 C. That was not that at all. Cool. Down, forward, A from about 3 guys away, says this fat. Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw. Land of the Stormbringer. Here we are. Let's see. High buzzsaw. Forward, forward, A. There we go. Hold away and then forward and B. Okay. Oh, look at that. I turned into a fun car. Forward, forward, C is something. Got high and low projectiles out of buzzsaw. In the air, press down and C for ricochet blades. Well, now we're gaming. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'm looking at the move list for this game. And we went through it. High buzz saw, low bolo, you know, all that sort of stuff. Air grab. A couple of annihilations. And then down here under the annihilations, it says poopality. And it says to do down, down, back, forward, back, CA, hold B. Down, down, back, forward, back, CA, hold B. I would need to, I mean, maybe there's a situation where you can't get hit, or, you know, maybe there's special things for the poopality, but we'll try it. It doesn't list a distance, so we'll try them. Down, down, back, forward, back, CA, hold B. Down, down, back, forward, back, CA, hold B. Okay. 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 Well. Well, okay. All right. That's... ripping guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, now it's in my left ear. Fucking going places. Let's see. Forward, 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 C. From anywhere is the other annihilation. I'd rather be playing Fighting Masters. I'd rather be playing as Gold Rock right now. It sort of flies at the screen. Ah, yes, Hell's Kitchen. This or Eternal Champions? I might take this over Eternal Champions because I really hate Eternal Champions. I really like, especially the Genesis version where they limited like how often you could do your specials. But you know, the Sega CD version is only really a minor improvement in my book. I really think that game sucks. I really think Eternal Champions sucks. Oops. I guess I got to be far enough away to not hit him if I want to cut his head off, huh? Yeah, also, as far as I know, no poopality in Eternal Champions, so... Organic, like the Kissing Bandit? Is her Time Killers? It's like real... Oh, Volcana, okay. Time Killers sucks so much, and this is also bad. Like... Like, look at how just like that move she did there where she just kind of flew through the air for a second. Like, look at how imprecise. You know, look at how like the game doesn't run smoothly. Like, there's the moves come out at this really haphazard frame rate. Like, there's just frames of animation. There's just stuff here that is not conducive to making a fighting game that feels good. You know what I mean? And so this game may have like some silly gimmicks, but gosh. It's so you know, say what you will about the quality of these games, and of course, you know, we are. But it's so rad that this exists, that this emulator exists, and we can even see these games in something that is like approaching an accurate state. Like, the state of Jaguar emulation has been really terrible for you know, like Virtual Jaguar is over a decade old at this point. Like, I don't think it's been touched in years. Dude, that dude's t-shirt, look at it. The mouth on it opens when he goes crazy. How fucking insane is that? That guy in the back has 4 arms. That guy's skull is animating on his shirt too. Why don't we have, it's 2022. Why don't we have animated t-shirts? I know that there was, you know, some LED shirts and some different things like that. But, you know, as we get closer to foldable screens, like why can't I have actual cool cyber shirts? Oops. Shit. Darn it. Why is that not something? Why can't I walk into a JC Penney and get that? I will admit I am like slightly warming up to this game now that we have spent a little bit more time with it. Whereas like my opinion of it was like a total zero every other time I've seen it. Like seeing it and playing through a little bit more of it. And kind of seeing it for something closer to what it really is on a more accurate emulator. Of course, like I said, I haven't seen the... Am I going to get a Jaguar flash cart? Is that how this story ends? Like it's playable. It's not good. Like it feels... Again, because of some of the stuff I was talking about, like the nature of the movement, the frames of animation in some of the moves, and how the pacing of it feels off. Like there's just aspects of it that really suck. But compared to Kasumi Ninja or Fight for Life, this is a much more engaging experience. Can I juggle? No. Animated Gempware. What? Is that where... Do I need to get some animated Gempware if I want cool shirts? Is that... Happy transit. Oh, man, it did that instead of... Maybe I should have waited until he was standing up to try to decapitate him. End of training level. Yeah. Gotta play on normal. You want to see the boss. Beyond Games did like battle cars for the Lynx or something. The Jaguar version of Total Carnage. Want to see that? Let's see that. I love Total Carnage. It's a ridiculous game. It takes things too far in terms of how difficult it is. It's a mean video game, but I do love it. I believe Ed Boon does the voice of the general in there. So we're only making baby milk. I believe that's Ed Boon doing that. Meet Orcus, the mother of all boss monsters. Oof, oof, oof. Not really loving how this is running. All right, so this is a dual joystick game, so I don't know how this is. Yeah, that. Oh. Okay, so that's your bomb button. This button seems to do nothing. Okay, so holding down the fire button locks in a direction, and that's how we'll kind of approximate some of the dual joystick shootiness of it.
Over here! Over here! Over here! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
There are no good home versions of Total Carnage. Oh, there was a landmine under those American flags. So this game, like as a follow-up to Smash TV, asks the question, what if you put scrolling... What if you put some scrolling sequences into the game kind of between the arena battles? And so, you kind of... You go forward for a while and then stop. Oh man, it like kind of scrolls over a little bit like that. Like they couldn't fit it all on screen. That's not great. And so you end up in these kind of static situations that are meant to approximate the... Oh man.
Captain Carnage!
The kind of Smash TV single screen experience. And then when you kill enough guys, the screen starts scrolling again, basically. Uh-oh. Yep, yep. Big stuff bonus. Yeah, the controller responsiveness on some of these direction changes I'm trying to make. Not awesome. So I have not played it in a year or so, but I have a Total Carnage board out in my garage in that Smash TV cabinet. And,
Over here! Over here!
I used to go to... I used to go to the 7-Eleven once a week. I had a friend who worked weekends. He worked Friday nights. And I would go hang out down there. They had a Total Carnage. They had a Super Street Fighter 2 for a while, and then they got a Mortal Kombat 2 for a while, and I would literally be the delinquent weirdo hanging out at the 7-Eleven playing video games. But also, since, you know, I was friends with the guy who was working, I could go back in the cooler and hang out if I wanted to, you know, just stupid shit like that. Landing in desert. Anyway, that's Total Carnage. It's not a great version of the game. So there's kind of, I don't know how we'll play it, but there is this other lost fighting game that did not come out. It came up in the episode of Game Boys to Men where we were talking about Mortal Kombat. Thea Realm Fighters. But I believe that this game is only playable by 2 players, and so we need to figure out what the second controller is mapped, how it is mapped. Set bindings. Let's do I guess we'll do CBA pause option up, down, left, right. Why not? And then for these, can I abort and just not map those? No, that didn't seem to map at all. I wonder if Atari knew why they wanted to have the buttons go backwards CBA style. If that was if they're like, well, Nintendo does it BA. I don't know why they do it, but they do. So we should do, like, if it was some situation like that. Okay, we don't really, we shouldn't need to map any of the, oh, we got extra D. What even is a D button, man? All right. Okay, so that should be enough to hopefully... There we go. So this game never came out, so this is a, you know, obviously a prototype build of the game. Do we have anything on the keypad? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we got a punch and a kick and then a block button. This is not very responsive and it just crashed. Okay. And the whole emulator actually crashed out. Fascinating. Okay. Well, so there's that. You know, that's yeah, it doesn't, you know, it's not really, I don't know the status of those prototypes, how far along it is, all the other stuff. So I guess I'm not surprised. Oh, then we've got, I guess, you know, if we're looking at fighting games on the Jaguar, Double Dragon 5 is technically one of those, right? And then after that, we'll check out some Iron Soldier. I know that's kind of another... This game came out on a lot of platforms. It sucks on all of them. Dossiers. Okay, that's... I just want to see what the buttons are. There we go. Okay. Why are the kicks 3, 6, and 9? I guess that's some... Those are buttons you would all hit with your right thumb. That's why. Seems like you would do like 2, 3, 6. What a terrible... And I let it sit long enough and it actually reset. That's okay. Nice of them. I should have maybe remapped the 369 to something else, but we'll hey, you know what? We'll be okay. Let's put one into strength and one into special. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Look at the speed of this. Yeah, you know, there's a little bit of audio hitches here and there. I think we've heard in a few games. So I wonder, you know, there's probably... I'm sure there's always more work to be done for compatibility's sake. I am looking for special moves and not really finding any. No, he found one. Okay, that's, you know, like kind of a dragon punch that came out there. I'm not getting it reliably. Oh. Anyway. I feel like I played another version of this on a live stream a lifetime ago, and I don't want to play any more of it. All right, Iron Soldier. This is like a mech game, right? So I remember this being complicated. Just these big Amiga ass looking letters and fonts and stuff. Like the Jaguar is such a just a weird thing. A and C button, normal. You know what? Let's also, I like the idea that it's 1.04. Like we've got different versions of Iron Soldier out there. Care package, the bust. Look at that cube. The Resistance wants you to destroy a local Iron Fist warehouse complex. Follow the road out of town to get there. Grab any supplies you find. Okay. We'll take a, yeah, assault rifle 3-round burst, huh? Okay. We'll mount it to our hand. So we've got a fire button. I don't know. Oh, that's a fast turn button, looks like. And then we've got a throttle button. So if I hold down A and then push up and down, you can see that throttle moving in the upper right. And so I can start walking. Like I said, I can start walking. I get hung up on a, yeah, got hung up on a building there. And this is the sort of thing that, like, by the standards of the era, this is, like, pretty good 3D. You know what I mean? Like, it's... And also by the standard of the games we've been playing today. This is... like, kind of crazy by comparison, you know what I mean? Another helicopter over here. Yeah. Wasn't Iron Soldier 2 originally going to be a Phantom game? Did I go to an appointment at E3 and see the follow-up to this game running on hardware that never came out? Or am I thinking of a different sequel to a different mech game? But I seem to remember that was the case. It was a Nuon game? Okay. Maybe it was a Nuon appointment then that I... Fuck these houses. All right, let's stop moving and hit the buttons on the keypad to see if any of them do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I don't... That did something to the screen size, I think. I don't know. 7, 8. Okay. Some stats. We've got a manipulator. But how do we change back to the gun? Okay. So 7 is the gun, 9 is the manipulator. Let's see if I can manipulate this helicopter to death. All right, it's not going to come over here and let us do it. Was I supposed to go somewhere and do something? I was talking about go to the end of a road and all this other stuff, but I just see a platform with a bunch of city stuff on it and no real icons on... Oh, did I turned on some kind of torso twist. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. I'll tell you, one of the things I am worst at doing... There we go. Is, torso twist. We're out of bullets. Hi. I'll switch to my manipulator. Look at that. It's like teardown. All right, well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm out of bullets. So, This looks like a factory. That looks evil. So let's go blow that up. But yeah, I don't see anything highlighted on our map that's like, here's an objective or any kind of indicator like that. And there are enough enemies that I'm assuming that the objective is not kill all the enemies because, like I said, I'm out of friggin' bullets. Is there a way to get more bullets? I don't know. Hey, this is a road that looks like it leads to another place. Maybe that's what they were talking about in the mission briefing. Let's go over there. Let's see if we can make our way over here, away from these helicopters, away from it all. Oh, there's a brighter... Oh, that's a tank. I was like, there's a brighter icon on the map, but it's just a tank. Can I step on the tank, or do I need to manipulate the tank to death? Hooray. This building looks 5% more detailed than the other buildings. So we should probably blow it up. In the event that it... Oh, look at that. There's something here. Repair. Look at that. Man, does that mean that there's bullets in some of these? Y'all got bullets? Hey, 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 are you bullets? Hey, bullets. Building's got a fancy roof. Punch it. Still not sure what I'm supposed to really be doing, but well, we're shooting stuff, and that's got to count for something. Oh, hey, that's not cool. Can I step on this helicopter since it's flying so low? Oh. Well, all right. That's Iron Soldier. What's Iron Soldier 2? $1997, huh? Surround sound, definitely. Plant closure. Terrorists are using abandoned factories outside of town to build a new high-speed walker. Destroyed the main industrial installations in the desert. Okay. We're gonna give that a go. So hang on, it looks like I've got grenades mounted. Like I'm hitting the mount button and it's not letting me do anything, which makes me assume that all of these are mounted already, but let's... Okay. Mount. Okay, we can only have the chainsaw or the gun. Let's see what this chainsaw looks like. Seems silly to not take the gun, but... Oh, what a silly noise that is. Listen to all this surround sound. It's like all the effects are coming from behind me somehow. Chainsaw sounds like the noise when you die in Grobda, the Namco arcade game. It's like a 5% smoother version of the first game. Oh, right. We have grenades. We have the manipulator. We've got the chain cutter. And grenade. There's something very silly about a mech having hand grenades. Like, how big must these hand grenades be? And why aren't they launched out of it? Like, why are they hand grenades? Well, we're out of hand grenades. That was fun while it lasted. We blew up some buildings. Fun was had by all. Bow. Bow. Yeah, you know, these buildings are, you know, some of these buildings are like kind of textured, it looks like. The tanks and stuff, so. You know, that's something. And then, yes, this game came out on the CD. On the Jag CD also, right? But they were like, no one bought that, so we should probably do a cartridge version as well. I think is how that went. Or is this something that like came out like 97? Is this something that got released like way later as like a homebrew thing almost of like, hey, this was a real game, but it never came out for real, but we released it. I seem to remember there being something around. Maybe I'm just thinking of that Iron Soldier 3 stuff. But I don't remember what the exact situation was. But anyway. This game seems somewhat similar. Cool. What else? Dragon the Bruce Lee story. Yeah, Defender 2000. There was like a version of Missile Command for this. It's just like not great. Atari Carts. This game has Bentley Bear in it, doesn't it? Oh, right there. Boom. I like the idea of Bentley Bear from Crystal Castles somehow ending up, you know, in another game. But this game, man, all the audio, everything about this is just so, I mean, you know, the hardware may be a little different, but it would be hard to make a game that seems more like it fell out of an Amiga in terms of vibe, but not necessarily technical prowess, because I don't think an Amiga could have run something like this smoothly. But in terms of the sound of the music, the look of the menus, all of that shit is so that. I like the stereo separation we're getting here with all the engine noise coming out of the left side and the music coming out of the right. That's pretty sweet. Not at all making me crazy. You know, maybe an Amiga could have run this smoothly. I don't know. But yeah, this whole game looks like a fucking cracktro, like a demo scene intro. Atari Jaguar is weird. You're right. Maybe we'll look at like one more game here before we gotta go. I saw someone mention White Men Can't Jump. Cannon Fodder, that's a good game that's available on other platforms. And then we'll get going in a little bit here and get into the weekend. Thanks to V Phoebe for subscribing. Steve Weiss. Lochno for gifting a sub to Trevor McFurr. Don't bring Trevor McFurr in here. Well, that's the last thing we need. Buck Van Hammer. That's a good name. Digital Disco 33. Isa. Z Wolf 42. All y'all. Whole lot of work. Big Jag. Sig Spec. Aqua Magica, everybody, Nannerpuss, everybody for jumping on the bandwagon with your Twitch, your Amazon monies or yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen this game before. Wow, this thing. Wow. Fit Alpha 6. Fit Alpha VI. I would say 6. I'm saying you mean 6. High voltage software, makers of other fine. Nintendo's high voltage software now, right? Then they buy high voltage. Pass punch, jump shoot, speed boost. You're right. I am thinking of next level games. You're right. Finally, we're playing the game that solved racism. All right, Skin and Smack, The Street Sharks, Grip and Fence, Hail and Goose, Rabies and Twitch. Ah, the Muscle Boys, Burger and Stomp. Oh, the Dismasters, Tower and Eggman. Well, we're going with the Dismasters.
I'm cool, cat.
Let's play ball, baby. I'm open. I'm open. Get off me, chump. Ouch.
Rockin'.
Get off me, chump. Open.
Oh, we're still playing? We don't... This is...
Get off me, chump. Watch it.
Who's got the ball? Okay.
Ooh. Get off me, chump. You're too slow. Chill out. Watch it. Ouch. Oh, man. Stay off the board, man. Open. Ouch.
All right, hitting our turbo. I was trying to dunk, but oh well.
Watch it. Open. Yo, take it. Here it comes. Get off me, chump. Oh, man.
I'm knocked down. I'm not getting back up. Okay, all right.
Coming at you.
Oh, so I am controlling both players? All right, it seemed like I was locked into one player. I thought, all right, well.
Get off me, chump.
Hacked. Brick. I like all the constant words on screen.
Get off me,
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. I'm open.
No, I meant to...
Ouch. I'm open. Watch it. Coming at you. Chill out. Watch it. Oh, man. Watch it. Bro.
Okay, I am controlling whoever has the ball. There's no...
Go.
Okay. That helps.
Air ball.
This sucks.
Go. Rejected.
I just want to dunk, man.
Oh, man. Chill out. Oh, man. Sweet shot.
Schooled him. Take it back. Banged.
Go.
Hacked.
Yo.
Take it back. Like just the constant words on screen, everyone in a different font
Open. Watch it.
is just great.
No sweat.
Bucket.
Yo, take it. Yo, take it. Ouch. Ooh. Ooh. I'm open. Hard work being this good.
Okay.
Get off me, chump.
Get off me, chump. So yeah, you can go grab this emulator for yourself. It is available. Head over to richwhitehouse.com/Jaguar and there you have it. It's available for Windows. My understanding is that you can make a Mac run it. John got that going last night, I think. And it's awesome to finally have a respectable Jaguar emulator out here. That's so cool. And it seems like Atari 50 in some ways made this possible, which is even better. You know, I think I was talking last week about like, okay, if we can decrypt the assets in Atari 50 and then we can just copy new ROMs into the directories so we can trick it into loading different Jaguar games. And okay, now we don't have to do any of that because here it is, the BigPEmu. Very exciting. Very exciting. To have Jaguar games at our disposal in a way we never have before, and that's really great. So There's a lot of technical details about some of the other options in terms of like overclocking. Some of the processors. If you want to do different stuff here. You can underclock or overclock the various processors in the Jaguar and do different stuff, and got shader support and a bunch of other stuff like that. So it seems pretty fully featured, and I'm super happy to have that. But there's always like, all right, what's next? Who's making, where's the new on emulator? When is someone gonna get out there? I'm not smart enough to do this, but when's someone gonna emulate the DVC add-on for the CDI so that we can play that Thunder in Paradise game? The important stuff. The important stuff. That's gonna do it for me here. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm gonna, like I said at the top, I just, it seemed like the obvious thing would have been, let's play some Callisto Protocol or some Midnight Suns or something like that. And I woke up and I was just like, I super don't want to fucking do that. Also, it sounds like the shader caching issue, the big stuttering issue on the PC version, they were out there saying that they are looking to patch that today. Seems like something that maybe should have got out of the way ahead of time, but I don't know. Maybe that game will be in a more playable state on PC next week anyway. So maybe I was right to skip it. Also, it sounds like it's not very good. It sounds like not quite consensus, but it seems like the general feel is like, yeah, this combat's not good. There's a lot of rotten stuff in here, or a lot of disappointing stuff in here. Maybe rotten it was a bit strong. Whereas Midnight Sun sounds like that's really interesting, or people are liking that a lot more than I thought they would, based on, I remember some of the preview coverage and when people went out to see it and hearing about it from some of the folks who played it. It sounded like, yeah, it's maybe not going to be what you're looking for. It's maybe not going to be an XCOM, but also maybe not good. But it sounds like it came together really well. So it sounds like people are very, sounds like some people are very into Midnight Suns. So I'm probably going to give both games a look at some point here. A code for the Xbox version of Callisto Protocol came in while we were doing this, so I may check it out on console if the PC version doesn't clean up its act. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Those are kind of like, are those like the last big games for the year? I don't know. Next week we got the Game Awards. I'm planning on going to the show and all that sort of stuff. I don't know what to wear. I haven't been anywhere since last year's Game Awards, really, when I just went in. I didn't go to the show. I just went and hung out in the hotel lobby with Adam and Lang and some of those guys. Rami was there, some other folks. It was good. It was like the first time I had seen anybody in forever. So, but now, if I actually go to the awards, do I have to, wear pants? Fuck, man. Fuck. Anyway, I'll be back on Tuesday with the podcast and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, until then, take care. We'll talk next week. I'll try to check out a couple of those games over the weekend, and maybe we'll talk about them on the podcast and all that sort of stuff. Also, though, I need to get together with some folks on the Discord. I don't know when's going to work for me, because my schedule is always so crazy with everything. But I need someone to drop that assault rifle in DMZ so that I can pick it up and unlock it, because the M16 is the last one I have to level, and I don't like the M16. So if I'm going to get gold camo on 8 guns, hopefully I don't have to do it on the M16. But I don't have gold camo. I don't have gold for all the other ones anyway. I've got more work to do, more mounted kills to get, all of that sort of shit. Just gonna stream Call of Duty every day until I get platinum assault rifle camos. No, I'm not gonna do that. But what if I didn't? No, I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, have a good weekend. I'll see you next week. We'll talk about video games, all that sort of stuff. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, bye.